Hi guys, we have been studying about band sales and we would try to understand the whole flow chart of the band sales, how it works. Here we'll be just working on the points, the main points, like what are the points and how we should do the things and what the process should be. So we'll start with the first point, that is candidate available on the bench. So what does it mean? It means you should have the candidates like to do the marketing, the .NET, Java developer, iOS developer, different kind of skill sets candidates should be there. And if you have those candidates, you can start their marketing to get the job. In this, what is the benefit of the company? Company makes the margin here clearly on the rate what they are quoting with the candidate. It would be different to the recruiter. So in mid of that, like they, let's say we are offering 30 35 40 or 50 whatever dollar on W2 to the candidate, and or 1099 it may be, sometime W2, sometime it is like C2C based as well, but like that is the different scenario. So the difference between the rate they will be quoting to the vendors, that would be different. So that is the earning of the company. So that's why band sales works, and here the margin comes to the company. Second point is their band sales recruiter collects candidate details. So let's say I am assigning one candidate to Mr. A, and Mr. A would be marketing to like any candidate. Let's say Peter is the candidate. So what A will do, the band sales recruiter will call to the Peter and he will collect his resume, skill set, visa status, visa copy, DL copy, location, rate. Like rate is something like he can ask from the manager to what is the marketing rate, and the candidate available from, or when he can take the call, or his LinkedIn, mean like the basic details what we should know before submitting anywhere. And when sales recruiter is having the all the details, we do the resume review and skill enhancement on the resume. Means the resume should be a little bit marketable, it should not be like that no one is going to pick up. So we need to review if we need to add few points, we need to upgrade it little bit as per the candidate discussion. We need to check it out with the candidate what he knows, if he has missed something to update and all. So resume should be presentable. The fourth point is that marketing team starts candidate marketing. So now we are finally marketing, we are going to submit the candidate to different places. So those can be in three types mainly: prime vendors, direct clients, or implementation partners. However, there can be one more point, that is the layer based submissions. So I'll explain in short. Layer based like would be explained later. Like prime vendors are the vendors, they are working directly with the end clients. Their job postings would be found on the different channels, let's say LinkedIn, Dice, Monster, or company portals. Different company portals are there. So you need to study about that, what are prime vendors, what are the companies, where you can find out the jobs related to the prime vendors, or how you can filter out the positions on LinkedIn. Direct clients are there, generally they do not like post directly on the LinkedIn and all a lot. If they will do, it's still like you will not get that much response, because they do have the vendorship programs and also they deal through prime vendors mainly. So I would suggest to go with the prime vendor requirements, they are dealing directly with the direct clients. Next is implementation partner. Again, for them, like you will be finding the vendors on the like LinkedIn, they are working directly with the implementation partner, because on C2C model, on cop to cop model, it would be a requirement to go through with the vendor, like which is associated with the direct client or implementation partner. Hope it is clear till now. Let's come to the daily resume submissions. After getting the requirement, obviously, like you need to email to the like recruiter, concerned recruiter. You will format, like attach the things whatever you can, and you can share the candidate details on the submission, on the requirement, whatever you have related requirement to different channels. And then recruiter will review the things. So there would be the two things it can happen from the recruiter side. One is additional document he may ask, like driving license or visa copy, a passport a number. Sometime they ask, or RTR, like they ask you to do the email confirmation, LinkedIn, those things they may ask. Or it may be like they have rejected, they are not going ahead. If they are asking it, so that would go to the next point. Recruiter submits to the client, mean they are done with the rate confirmation too with you, plus they have taken the documents. Sometime documents they ask in starting, sometime they ask you after the rate confirmation. It depends recruiter to recruiter how they work. Once they review everything after you, they will submit to the client. And after client submission, obviously, like recruiter review it, like later on after submission, if any feedback is there or anything is happening. So later on what happens, like after client like let's say client is liking the resume, so client will shortlist the resume. If they are shortlisting, So we do have the like rate confirmation. Maybe again, like sometime what happens, initial level recruiter is not doing rate confirmation. Sometime they do, sometime they wait even for their managers or their vendors response. Generally they do in starting only when they take the rate confirmation. If they are done with the rate confirmation that time, so they may not ask you after the shortlisting process. Once shortlisting process is done, technical screening link would come, or timing scheduling or interview scheduling would come on the email, and then you will be the part of the everything. You will be a mediator between candidate and the client, and it would be done. Once technical screening is done, client interview would be there. Once client interview is done, later on the result would come, and the result is going to be there in a way where if he has got the offer, so obviously things go in that way, we are done, we got the job for the candidate, and company is going to earn the money. If they have rejected, so obviously from the starting things would be there. You can see I have highlighted few things at the right side, so you can read out that too during the video. So thanks for your time. Try to focus on this. We'll be explaining more about this if it is required. Thank you. Bye bye.